Hello and welcome to another episode of Poolzcast. Today we have Bartosz from Earn Network team. Welcome, Bartosz.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. So maybe let's start by introducing yourself and also a bit about your role in Earn Network.
Sure. Yeah. So, I can maybe just give a short introduction. So, I spent over the last 15 years building digital products, primarily for design agencies, marketing agencies. Then I moved to London. I worked in Barclays, Deutsche Bank. I was building again products for consumers, trading applications, CFDs applications, anything related to trading applications. So a lot of things related to finance. Then I came back to Poland, which I'm originally from. I joined one startup called G2E.com. It's like a massive online gaming marketplace. So I joined, the company was really small, 40 people maybe. So I was head of UX, head of design, head of production, and general manager as well. And yeah, after 5 years being there, I started the company called My Container. So this is my first sort of journey towards crypto. That was 2017, 18. Again, this was when staking was really unpopular. Nobody heard of it so much. There was transition happening from proof of work to proof of stake tokens. So I founded a company called My Container. It was self-funded business, and over 30 months of operation, after 30 months of operations, we made over $500,000 in net profit. And few prominent investors join us, like Mirana, Shima Capital, and few others. And then all of the learning that we have aggregated, and just to note, My Container is centralized platform, so it's custodial, but all of the learnings regarding to the staking and yield and things of that sort, we kind of try to put together, move it on chain, do something even better than this, and that's how our network was conceptualized 2022. We started working on this 2023. A year later, we are right now on the mainnet over half a year. And yeah, we are already like making revenue, producing, working with many partners, and so on, so on. So I guess we will talk about this in the next, in the next questions. But yeah, that's, I would say, the shortest introduction about myself. So yeah.
Thanks a lot for that. Now, tell us a bit about the platform for Earn Network and what's the unique selling point for it.
Sure. So again, I can just maybe tell you in brief. Like a lot of like the major, like, there are a couple of nuances here, but probably one of the most important one that we are focusing right now is to really bring staking opportunities to of various sorts to projects, such that they can deploy it super easily and super fast. And by using our no-code solutions, they can do it by saving 95% of costs, essentially. So just to give you the short recap of this. So in order for any projects to do any staking of any sort, staking pools, whether this is NFT or token staking and producing certain rewards and things of that sort, generally they have to obviously hire a lot of people, front-end designers, front-end developer, back-end developers, maybe UX designers, do audits and things of that sort, right? So even if you do, let's say, fairly basic staking pool or things of that sort, generally that would cost you like, fair amount of money. Like even the audit can cost you like, $2,000, $3,000 at least, like at the start, right? So what really we are doing, we provide you like this white label solution. You can use interface on the top of it. You set up some parameters, create your own staking pool in under 1 hour at virtually, no cost in comparison to what you would have paid otherwise. So, and again, on the top of that, because we have already gathered a lot of community with My Container and Earn Network, we are able to give you that audience access, show your project on our network platform, so you not only saving your money and costs, but also you can, obviously have access to amazing community that can participate in your project. So this is at the very moment the most important thing, the most important unique selling point on which we are focusing. So far, in the next release, in the V2, what we call, we will introduce something what we've the term that we've coined. Those will be community-driven rewards. That means that anybody will be able to contribute to your pool, which would further enhance the utility of your pool and also would provide even more benefits to the community. So that's the objective.
Amazing. Now, what is a key differentiator between your product and similar competitors you might have in Web3?
Sure. So I would say like the staking pools capacities in terms of the settings and what you can do with them are fairly robust, right? So like you can create a pool for staking of the token, then you might set rewards as tokens and NFTs, various mixtures of it, certain scenarios, combinations, things of that sort. And second thing that I mentioned, this will be the upcoming community-driven rewards that I mentioned. So anybody would be able to contribute to your pool. That means it's sort of like this is fairly important. What I'm going to say right now, it's a bit of a mixture or combination of advertising model with staking. So when I contribute to your pool, I get an exposure and access to essentially your stakers, right? And I know those are quality users, and your pool in return has my rewards, right? So this is fairly fundamental how we are approaching this. And third thing, obviously we are doing the cross-chain rewarding. So that means that if your pool, for example, is on the ETH and my tokens are on BNB, then obviously you want very seamless experience for your stakers, right? They would stake on ETH, in your case on the BNB, but they would receive the rewards also on ETH of my tokens. So we are essentially trying to do the cross-chain capacity such that those pools are fairly robust in terms of what they can do. So even on that, you will be able to do fairly advanced things, broadly speaking. So the bottom line of this is that if you, as a project, decide to do staking pool on your own, in maybe 90% of cases, probably it wouldn't make sense to do it on your own. It's better to do solutions as ours, or maybe, again, our competitors, because you would be essentially, better off in many aspects that I mentioned. So.
Perfect. Now, I guess, could you talk a little bit about the team itself, some of your partners, and also backers?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So, okay, so who do we start with? Maybe start with the latest one. So backers, again, I mean, you can go to their network and see all of the list of all the VCs. Again, I mentioned probably that I mean, the list is fairly long, so I don't want to go through each of them, but again, probably the largest one is like Shima Capital, Mirana, Mars DAO, a few others again, so you can check the full list. Regarding the team, so the team is 10 people in total, generally evenly split between the production product and the business. Again, so we have fairly strong. Generally, we are very strong in terms of the building products, and again, with my container, we have very strong delivery track record. So, like for example, we have Bogdan, who's the lead smart contract developer. He worked for many exchanges. He worked with NFTs a lot, with the platforms that have 25,000 community members. So yeah, he's already, like anything that you see on our platform regarding the smart contracts, the how things work. In that sense, he's responsible for this. So he's our lead smart contract. Also works with the Solidity and EVM based chains. And we have the other person I can also mention is Kamil. He's the head of partnerships, already delivered, I would say, at least 50, if not more, partnerships. He worked for a few years with my container, so there's been a lot of partners with from projects to layer ones and so on. And maybe I think this was your third question. So which projects and partners we have so far? I think that, again, if you kind of split this into two categories right now, at the very moment, we are focusing on layer ones / base layers, and the second category are the projects. So the rationale for this is relatively simple, right? So the base layers are or layer ones are the chains with whom we work in order to integrate those chains to deploy our infrastructure on top of it. And that means that now the second step is that those projects that are on either of those chains would be able to deploy those staking pools for their own tokens, NFTs, and so on. So it's that approach that we took. And yeah, so now going to more concrete names regarding layer ones and base layers, we work very, very strongly with Kronos, for example, with BNB, AVAX. Very soon, we will be integrating Arbitrum as well. And yeah, regarding the projects, I can maybe just say some Magic Craft. It's an NFT project as well. From Kronos, we have CRO Schools. ModaDAO has been integrated recently. So there has been quite a few. Again, those guys, we ran again the beta, maybe 10, 15 of those. And yes, very soon, generally speaking, regarding the projects, we want to give them easy access to our tools such that they would be able to deploy those pools on their own, right? So we wouldn't have to kind of guide them through it or do anything complicated. They would simply be able to log into our platform with the MetaMask wallet, fill in the form, and deploy the pools, add rewards, and off they go. So the process is going to be very, very simple for them very soon. So we wouldn't be, we would just kind of try to focus a lot on the infrastructure, security, and things of that sort, such that they have, again, amazing product out of the box that they can use very easily.
Amazing. Great to know. Now, maybe share a bit about your plans and roadmap. I know you just listed, so maybe for our upcoming ones.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we just got listed. That I can just maybe say some great results. So our public sale was completely sold out on 7 venues. That's great result. When we got listed, the height of on the gate IO was 11x. So that's amazing result. Regarding the plans are right now, I would say, again, fairly simple. Continue to build the product, continue to build momentum, continue to build audience. If things go well in December, we will get listed on 2 more exchanges, again, to really push things forward. Regarding the product, the 2 most upcoming milestones that we want to reach would be to enable those community-driven rewards, as I mentioned, with that V2 part, and enable that self-service for the projects. Again, this is hopefully will come in the next 2 months. Now, moving on further, we will be scaling or moving towards different verticals of products, such as introducing the isolated lending pools, and again, further going into more diverse investment opportunities that kind of sit on the blockchain. So again, that's generally our vision. Like if we kind of look towards our vision, what we want to be eventually, that's, again, I use that metaphor of like being this kind of financial Amazon, which is kind of with the social spin. So where everybody can freely peer-to-peer transact, create those investment opportunities, people can consume those investment opportunities, and so on, so on. This is the end goal for us in terms of where we want to be.
Perfect. Now, tokenomics side. Tell us a bit about the token itself, Earn token, and the utility and why the users should hold it.
Sure, of course. So again, so far, again, there are some basic stuff right now. Like, maybe let's start with the basic stuff. So generally, the token is kind of like the integral part of the platform. In simple terms, there will be a few incentives. Not really incentives. There'll be few places on the platform in which people can utilize this token. So for example, if you will be deploying the pool and utilize our token, your fee will be much lower than if you pay in other tokens. If you are the user and you will be claiming the rewards or interest on any yield, if you claim in our token, the yield will be slightly higher because we will be sacrificing a bit of our fee to give you the better rates. If you decide to stake our token, you can do it right now. Staking pools are available already, but over the long course, the yield that will be going into those pools, those staking pools, will be going from the platform fees. So in a way, you will be able to receive more Earn token if you're early. Obviously, you buy more, and that's how we contributed. Also, it will be used for the marketing and partnership building purposes. Again, initially for the platform start, we want to make sure that there is a great momentum in terms of how people, how projects, and well, as I said, projects need to create those pools, and community or users need to deploy those capitals to those pools. So those parties will be incentivized also with extra Earn tokens, such that we build the momentum on the platform. Also, there is a site, there's another one, a utility. Again, we are working very closely with My Container platform. So My Container, just to give you one sentence on this, so we can stake there pretty much any token that you have, like Ethereum, AVAX, any things of that sort. And if you stake, if you hold Earn token on that platform, you get also better rates for but there is over 120 tokens that you can earn yield on. So there is quite a lot of utilities there regarding. More will come, actually. More will come as well. One more I forgot to mention as well. So there will be sort of an advertising model on the platform, on their own platform. Advertising meaning that over time, obviously, you can imagine that there will be more and more pools. So those creators of those pools, when they would like to promote their own pool in order to acquire more funding or more liquidity to their pools, they would be able to feature their pools in some prominent spaces, right? So maybe on the homepage, maybe on the category pages. So that means that they would be staking or actually using their own token to buy those advertising spots. So again, the tokenomics is structured in a way that the more the bigger the platform is and the more community members and creators there is, the more there is an incentives or demand for the token, such that we up that buying pressure from the markets, so that there is obviously continued demand as the platform progresses. So that's really the thinking behind the token itself. Yeah, it was launched actually, as I said, TG was 1st December, so 2 days ago. Already we have I think it's over 1,000 users on chain that are holding the token. So I think it's a great result so far, but again, we are not stopping. It's just only beginning for us. As I always say, it's always day one. So yeah.
Amazing, congrats. Now, how does the platform and the token lead to a generation of revenue for you as a business?
Awesome. So look, again, in a sense, I mentioned, so there are a few spots from which we are charging the fee. Deployment of the pool, advertising model that I mentioned, sometimes on the claiming of the rewards. So now we are building, so this is fairly simple model, I would say. So the more pools there are, the more people are claiming those fees and so on and so on, the more fee we make as a platform. Now, again, just to be clear, also those fees are then splitted into various buckets. It's not like we are taking all of those fees for ourselves. They're split into 4 buckets. And again, I can explain right now. So there obviously part goes to our treasury, part goes to the marketing partnerships, part goes to the stakers, and part goes also to, I think it's incentives. So again, you can check the exact flow in our white paper. It's in the section, I think it's token overview, and there is this flow where it shows the value accrual for the earned token. You can actually see this very clearly. We draw it in to be very simple and understandable for people, how this token flows in our ecosystem, such that the value of the token over time will grow. And yeah, it's relatively easy to understand, I would say. So for anyone, I strongly encourage you, essentially, if you decide to hold the earned token or buy the token, make sure you understand that flow, such that you really know what was our intention behind the token, how it fits into the platform, our fees, and how we aim. Because again, I'm not saying even for our platform, I think you should generally know this for every platform, how they intend to generate the fees, because it's really the part of sustainable business model. So yeah, check this out.
Awesome. Now, the community activities, community-related events, what are the upcoming ones, and how can community earn rewards, whether through staking or testing, or what are some of the ways for them?
Yeah, so right now, there were many. I mean, we've done a lot of activities. Now we have to focus more on the distribution of those rewards, to be frank, because again, so we ran a few marketing campaigns on Zilli. We have run marketing campaigns, and so on, so on. So right now, I would say we have to focus more on distribution of those rewards. But going onwards, yes, staking is one of the things where people can earn rewards. Occasionally on the Discord, with certain feedbacks, we are giving away the rewards. Be active on our Telegram channel. Recently, again, before we got listed on the Gate.io, we ran a very small a guess campaign where people were about to guess. There was quite good engagement. 100 people were guessing which exchange we will be listed on. 16 of them guessed correctly that it will be Gate.io. So again, be active on all of those social media platforms. We always run some things, incentives, campaigns. Again, very valuable feedback. It's also important for us. There will be more. I mean, we will, for example, on the Gamify platform, I think it's called Demission. Yeah, there is also $5,000 pool, you can actively participate there. Yeah. So, but the best thing is to follow our social media channels, so you will see what's coming, what's been delivered, distributed. I think this is the most important so far.
Amazing. Thanks for this is the wrapping of the first part, the Q&A.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot for the time. Now, if you have anything to add before we wrap up the AMA, you want to share with the community of Poolz about the project or anything, now it's your time.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I always would say probably just to have a check, earn.network, check our product, give us the feedback, whatever we should, what we should improve, what we should do better. Be active on the social media channels. Again, if you decide to participate and have earn token, again, read the white paper, understand the nuance, understand what is our vision, what we are doing. Yeah, just essentially do your own research as always in any project, not only ours, but yeah, that's really my message to anyone who listens to this podcast.
Amazing. Thanks for that. And congratulations again on successful listing. On behalf of the Poolz community and the team, I wish you best of luck in your endeavors moving forward, and thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.